All right, welcome back to another roguelike episode. Let's see. So, I just fired this up and I was testing it to show where we're at. So, this is the whole screen being revealed, which remember, that's a whole nother that was a whole nother like code path. You had two options. If you press the S button, then it follows one path. If you don't, it takes it from fog of war screen. So this is the only time when it shows the actual screen buffer, which remember was supposed to be the source of truth. Well, the code's gotten to be a big mess because I've been hacking things together. So I'm going to start getting that back on track now. I have to make sure I got to go through and take out all the code that's changing the screen buffer because I want that to remain just as virgin as possible. And then the fog of war is really your view. I'm going to rename that to view too. So, but as a reminder, we were putting in color and then I wanted the monster to turn red, but then I decided I wanted to be able to walk over the monster, which when I think about it, why not just make the monster disappear? So it'll still be on the screen. I won't remove it from the screen. I'm not going to edit the screen anymore. Um, but the actual view, the fog of war class, that would actually look at the attributes and decide whether to show it or not. Because that would also allow like monsters to come back from the dead, stuff like that. So I got to make sure the screen buffer remains true. So that's what I'm doing now. But as a reminder, I had played with, instead of showing the info down here, the info still needs to be here, but the status sign, which shows, you missed the monster or something like that, that wasn't showing. That was still broke, and I never got around to fixing it. But I threw in the little messages so I could at least have something. And that is annoying. If it didn't have the sound, it wouldn't be as annoying, but yeah. If your cursor's already on it and you clicked it once, you can just press enter. And then I made it so monsters can have way too much damage starting out. Because they could be like, I don't know, 5th level or something like that. So, definitely got to change that. Yeah, anyway, whatever. Um, so I press Z to go back to Fog of War view. And remember, you can't walk through the monsters because sometimes they block the way. This is just not. Oh, there he goes. So see how he turned red? That means he's dead. So if we attack him again, it says it's dead. But we can't go through it anymore. And that's fine. We're going to do that. Okay, let's get back to the programming. So that's where it's at. Um, I'm going to go in here and make sure the screen is not being written to anymore. That game age, game save. I think I'm also going to make, since it doesn't have to carry information, I'm thinking about making it back to the character pointer, the screen, just a character screen instead of character info. But I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to need more information on the screen. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I will, but I'm not going to do that right now. So let's just make sure the screen is not being edited anymore, and then we'll go from there. Let's find screen. Initialize screen. Now I'm going to take this info lines out too. Info lines actually should be only one because we are going to print that down there. So I think I should change that to one time screen width. I think I will. I'm going to change that because I'm taking status off. Status isn't going to be down there. It's going to be on a window, but it's probably going to be a custom window. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 1. And a lot of that is going to change to, let me see this real quick. Info lines here. Okay, so +1. Yeah, it should work. As long as it's based off info lines, it should work when I do that. Except for that one part where I hard-coded 120. Well, that was just the width. Okay, back to this. Let's find these. So screen size, that don't matter, that don't matter, that don't matter. None of this matters. We do not care about this crap. Okay, I just need... Actually, I need that. Okay, here we go here. So clear info section. I don't know that we need this anymore. Because the info section, this is talking about the whole thing. Start position, info second line start position. See, this looks like it's see, look at this. What is that doing? Starting offset here, it's not even using it because it was old stuff. Why don't the compiler warn me about that? Do I have to turn on warnings or something? Let's see, start position is what it's using, but it's using info second line start position, so that's just the status part. So this is really invalid anyway. It's not even doing what we're supposed to be doing. Info is what it should be. Info plus starting offset. I'm going to get rid of this because all it's doing is clearing the second line, and that's not going to be there anyway, so let's get rid of it. And then whatever depends on that, wherever the call is, we can change that to initialize info section. See this here, and this calls clear info section. So yeah, this I just don't think we need that either. And plus, it's going to be regular characters. It's not going to be this ASCII stuff. So definitely on that. Because I don't think I need that to be, well, I guess we could. I don't know yet. Let's get rid of this too. It's not being used at the moment. I mean, it's not working, so I'm just not going to do that. Oh. See, info here. FOW is going to be renamed to view too. Oh man, so let's go here. What was it? Clear info section and initialize info section. So let's go get that out of there too. Initialize info section here. Clear it. So let's do that. What we got here? Run game, initialize game. That's miscellaneous and OKs. I don't know about any of that. So let's go to this one. Let's do a find all. It's all FOW. Shouldn't be doing any screen in here, except for, you know, right here, making it whatever's in the screen buffer right here. Also, let's see that. Yeah, make it case sensitive. That should be like that. Okay, there we go. So that's fine. That's fine. Should be a bunch of those. As long as it's on the other side of the equal sign there, the right side, it's fine. Because we're just reading it. Definitely need to refactor this. There's a better way of doing this. This crap just goes on forever. Okay, we're scrolling back around, aren't we? Yeah. So let's go into here. What else do we have here? Nothing. Ooh. Okay. Let's go into here. Let's do the same thing. There, fine. Okay, here's one here. Here we're setting that. We're not going to do those. So when we go down, we're not going to set that. We do need to set the, wait. This is in the trap. Let me see what we're doing here. Okay, it's not traps. Okay, this just sets the old player position to the floor. Which, what I'm going to do with that is it's not going to track the player either. It's only going to be tracked inside Fog of War. So let's take these out. Paint monsters red. We are not doing it on the screen. That out. We need way up here too. Yeah, that's going to be read only except for when the initial level creation. Unless it's some weird stuff like, I guess there would be exceptions. Maybe there's an earthquake or something and, you know, it opens up a passage. Yeah, it's something like that. But otherwise, we want that read only. Now, this is update player position. We definitely don't want to update player on screen. We want it to be on the view, which I'm going to rename that to view. And actually, we might as well do that now. Well, let me finish this first. Let's go here. Anything here? Go to the top. Here we got some more screen stuff. Set tile at. We definitely don't want to do that. Let's change this over to info pointer view equals game instance get FOW screen there. God dang it. Like that. And then view. What is this here? Basically this whole thing. Copy that. And then the same thing. There. So it's all in view now. Right, info to screen. We're not going to be doing this. Well, let's see here. So the little info line shouldn't even be on fog of view. So that needs to be taken out. Start position screen. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Get this. Does not need to have it. Well, no, it would have to have it because that's the one showing everything. So that should be a mirror. That should be a mirror of screen as far as size goes. And then it'll show it there, but we won't show it on a screen here. That's the one we don't need. We only need it on the view. That is definitely view material there. So there. Clear info section. We definitely don't need that. There. Clear info section. Take that out. There. I don't think we're using count characters in string. We shouldn't have to use that anymore. And then in the world, yeah, count characters in string. We don't need that. There. We did get rid of that. Okay. Update info second line. We don't need any of these, especially second line. So that's the status. So definitely don't need that. Where's that at? Update info second line, first line. Let's just get rid of both of these. There. We don't need those. There's going to be a better way of doing that. We might do first line, but it's not working anyway. So so let's take that out. We'll work on that later. Okay. Right info to screen. We're gonna need that one either. Where's set tile at? Get tile. Okay, we changed it. Okay. Oh no, these do have to work on it. These have to be placed inside the screen. Yeah. Sparky, quit. You're getting tangled up in my wire. Okay, so this does have to be there because things have to be put on the map. So we do need that. But we also need a flag for view only. And that's normally false. So, gotta do this one first. And then do this one only if view only is false. Then we'll do that. Put that in there. Okay. So we'll go back to here. Okay, this is named wrong now. Yeah, right info to screen. We're not doing info anymore, so this whole thing needs to be taken out here. God dang it. Crap. Like that. We're not going to write any info to screen. We're going to start that sucker all over again. Perfect console. Info to screen, it's already out. Okay. That. Place monsters in cavern, that's fine. Because remember, here's set tile. Those have to be on the screen. Place food in cavern, blah blah, stairs. Yes. Info section, get rid of that. That. Okay, draw world, it's got to be drawn to the screen. Random walk, yes. Yes, yes. All that's good. Border, yes, it's all screen. Okay, that's fine. So we got all that done. Let's see what we missed. Let's see, game. Yeah, I forgot about game because that calls a lot of info stuff in there. Okay. Over in game cycle. Update info first line. That. That. Console fine. Screen console blah blah blah. Initialize info section. No. What else? Screen. That's good. Okay. Like I said, we are going to have that one info line, but we're going to do that later. Let's go here. Oh man, hold on. Let me see if I can move up. There. All right, we're in the shade. You guys sit down. Sit down in the shade. Boo Boo, get by the door so you can get some air. Oh. All right, what am I looking at here? Okay, it's still a bunch of info stuff, so let's do that. Entity, update info second line, so 46. 46. Oh yeah, a bunch of these. Let's do this. Hold on. God dang it. What the heck is that? Let's do that. Oh man. Is that all there was? Nope. Oh, that's right. It's in all these, isn't it? No, I changed those to the message, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of those. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I think we're done. All right, entity 46, not a member of world. Let's go here, update for the second line. Where's it at? Oh, wait, I never saved it, dang it. So now in world 42, what is it? Overload a member. Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Forgot to add it on set tile. Boolean there. We don't need the actual name on these. There we go. Let's see there. Here. Same thing, 45, blah, blah, blah. Screen bed, not seriously. All right, let's see what's going on with that. Initialize info section, offensive 309. Right here, okay. Okay. Let's go back here. Rebuild. Let's go ahead and run that. Yes on that. Okay, remember, we're not writing the player into screen anymore. So once we do S, we can't see it because it's writing the screen too. That has to change there. What was it? What was I going to say? So the way to do that, that's actually a different problem. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to end up getting way off focus. Let me check this one in because we got a clean build. Oh, duh. Let's do that. Oh, wait, I already got one. Do that right here. That. There. See, took it out. Rights to screen buffer outside of initial level creation. Okay, that's good on that one. So thanks for coming along. If you like this kind of stuff, share, subscribe, like it. And let's see. If you got an old laptop you want to donate to me, please get a hold of me. Email is in the description. There's also a GoFundMe page in the description. If you want to help me out, donate a little bit. That'd be awesome. But thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching my stuff, and I will see you on the next one.